Meet Richard. He doesn't look extraordinary, and that's exactly why his story matters. Richard looks like someone you already trust, a neighbor, a colleague, a father, someone who followed the rules carefully, believing that if he did everything right, life would eventually reward him. Richard is responsible. Not loud, not reckless. He doesn't chase shortcuts or fantasies. Society loves people like Richard. They are stable, predictable, reliable. No one worries about them. No one questions their choices. They are the model example of success. From a young age, Richard learned the rules of life. Save your money. Work hard. Don't take unnecessary risks. Sacrifice today so tomorrow can be better. Delay pleasure. Delay joy. Because someday, in the future, you'll finally be allowed to live. They told him compound interest was magic, that money, left alone, grows quietly, that patience beats passion. They showed him charts going up and to the right and promised that freedom lived at the end of that line. All he had to do was wait long enough. They also warned him about pleasure. Small joys were dangerous. Trips were irresponsible. Spending was weakness. Every dollar not saved was a dollar stolen from the future. Fear slowly replaced curiosity, and safety became more important than experience. So Richard listened. Not because he was scared, but because he wanted to be smart. Because he trusted the system. He believed discipline was maturity, that enjoyment could wait, that life would begin later when everything was finally secure. Richard chose a stable career. Engineering, predictable income, clear structure. No wild risks, no dramatic turns, just steady progress. Every year looked like the last, and that was comforting. Nothing unexpected, nothing unsafe. Years passed quietly. Same commute, same desk, same routine. Time didn't feel dramatic. It felt efficient, productive. Richard wasn't unhappy, but he wasn't alive either. He was waiting. 45 years went by this way. Not wasted, just postponed. Life placed on hold in exchange for numbers on a screen. The promise that someday all of this patience would finally be worth it. Richard drove used cars. They worked perfectly fine. They just never sparked joy. But joy wasn't the goal. Reliability was. Efficiency was. He told himself that wanting more was childish, and adults didn't need excitement. He lived in a modest house. Safe neighborhood. Reasonable size. It was enough. Always enough. Enough slowly became a ceiling, not a foundation. But Richard didn't notice. He was busy being responsible. Every single year, Richard maxed out his retirement accounts. No hesitation, no exceptions. It became automatic, a habit, a ritual. Saving wasn't a choice anymore. It was identity. This is who he was. When his friends traveled in their 20s, Richard stayed home. They collected memories. He collected interest. They talked about moments. He talked about returns. Different currencies. Only one of them compounds forever. Photos arrived from Europe, from beaches, from mountains. Richard smiled politely, then opened his investment app. The balance was growing, and that felt like progress. even if something inside him felt quietly empty. In his 40s, his family wanted to renovate the kitchen. Nothing crazy, just something new, something that felt like life was moving forward. They were excited, hopeful. Richard felt something else. Fear. Not yet, he said. We need to be safe. And everyone understood. Because safety always sounds wise, even when it steals something invisible. Another moment postponed. Another experience delayed. Another later added to the pile. And here's the hardest part to accept. It worked. Richard's discipline paid off. The numbers grew. The plan succeeded. Nothing went wrong. Until everything did. His net worth was $2.5 million. On paper, he won. He beat the system. He followed the rules. Everything he was promised finally arrived, just in time. Or so he thought. But life doesn't care about plans. It doesn't care about discipline, or spreadsheets, or intentions. It moves on its own schedule, and it never asks permission. 2 years into retirement, Richard had a massive stroke. No warning, no buildup. One moment he had plans, the next he had limitations. Everything he delayed was suddenly unreachable. His body stopped cooperating. Simple movements became difficult. Travel became impossible. The freedom he saved for required a body he no longer had. Time and health had quietly traded places. Hospitals replaced airports. Doctors replaced destinations. Dreams shrank into routines of care. The world kept moving. Richard stayed still. He couldn't walk, couldn't travel, couldn't live the life he postponed. All that patience, all that discipline, waiting for a version of himself that no longer existed. Days blurred together. Weeks, months, years. Time slowed down, but life didn't expand to fill it. It just faded quietly. Richard died at 70. No drama, no redemption arc, just an ending. Earlier than expected, later than prepared for. When his estate was reviewed, someone checked the accounts. Not Richard, someone else. Because money outlives the people who sacrificed for it. The balance was higher than ever. $2.8 million. The market had grown. Faithfully, efficiently. It did exactly what it was designed to do. The market went up, while Richard went down. The system worked, the human didn't. People called him successful, responsible, smart. They admired the number, not the life behind it. They said he died a millionaire. They never asked what he died without. No stories, no memories, no lived moments to pass on. Because money is not the score. Money is the fuel, and fuel unused is wasted potential. Richard died with a full tank and nowhere left to go. Money is stored life energy. Every dollar represents hours of your life you will never get back. Spending is not waste. Unspent life is. If you die without using that energy, you didn't save it. You gave it away to a future that never arrived. This philosophy is called die with zero. Not zero dignity, not zero responsibility. Zero unused life. Your goal is not to die rich. Your goal is to experience life while your body and time can still convert money into meaning. Your legacy isn't your bank balance. It's the memories you leave behind, the moments people remember, the life you actually lived. Don't delay your life for a future that might never arrive. Die with zero money, but zero regrets. No one ever tells you the real cost of your choices. Not money for time, that's obvious. The real trade is life for certainty. You trade adventure, risk, embarrassment, and spontaneity for predictability and numbers on a screen. And the scary part? This trade happens silently. No receipt, no alert, just time quietly disappearing. We tell ourselves, I'll enjoy life later, when I have more money, when I have more time. But future you is a stranger. He doesn't have your needs, your curiosity, or your hunger. By saving every experience for him, you might never enjoy it at all. The person you're preparing for may not exist. Every experience has an expiration date. Some windows are wide. Some vanish quickly. Want to travel alone? Closed by kids. Play with children? Closed by age. Extreme sports? Closed by health. Money can wait, but windows cannot. The opportunity will pass silently, unforgivingly. At the end of life, people rarely say, I wish I had saved more. Instead, they say, I wish I had gone. I wish I had tried. I wish I hadn't waited. Regret is rarely about actions. It's about hesitation. It's about moments you postponed thinking the future would be safer. True wealth isn't a number. It's alignment. When your money, your time, and your health work together, not sequentially, you're rich. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. Right now, while you can feel, move, and enjoy. The richest person isn't the one who dies with a vault. It's the one who lived fully. Money is patient. Life is not. You can earn more money tomorrow, next year, or 10 years from now. You can't earn another year of youth. Spend it. Invest it in experiences. Give it to those you love while you are alive. Don't wait. The windows are closing. Every experience you choose creates memory dividends. They compound over years. The joy isn't gone when the trip ends. It pays you back in stories, laughter, and the warmth of remembering. Take that trip now. Learn that skill now. Don't postpone your happiness for spreadsheets. Most people leave money to kids after they die, but the impact at 60 or 70 is minimal. Give while it actually matters, when they are starting life. A down payment, a business seed, freedom from debt. See them thrive. Feel the joy now. Don't wait for a cold hand. Know the cost of basic living until 95. That number is survival. Everything above that is consumption capital. Use it, spend it, give it. Don't hoard it for a hypothetical later. Each dollar saved beyond necessity is time stolen from yourself. Your legacy isn't the number in your bank account. It's the life you actually lived, the moments you shared, the stories people tell about you. Die with zero regrets. Die with zero wasted energy. Die having truly played the game.